Hey there, it's Juju, and day 101 of my video blog. And I'm going to talk about last night. I had a really great night last night. So I met one of my dear friends at my favorite bar, which is a rotating bar. There's a lot of nice bars in Santa Cruz. We're a tourist town, but this one is very special because it's a rotating bar. And so you sit and you look at the ocean, and then there's a mural, and you come around, and they have wonderful cocktails, and you feel productive while you're drinking. So I was there with my friend, and after he left, then, the thing is with this bar is I've had the most interesting conversations just starting up with the person next to me. So after my friend Roy left, then I turned and found someone who was working at UC Santa Cruz, which is where I used to work, and we talked about retirement and working for the university, the whole history of Santa Cruz. So that was fun. And while that was happening, there was a couple. The bar was at this point completely full. There was one beautiful black couple completely surrounded by white people. And I was watching to make sure that, there was nothing but respect happening there. And then it turns out it was the man's birthday. And so they came and sang happy birthday to him. Well, I have a very special birthday song that I love to sing that's much more exciting than the traditional happy birthday. So I went over there and sang it to them, and they were both so happy. And, the woman was like filming it. So I knew it was a positive thing. And then later, a space cleared beside them. The other people left. And so I thought, you know what? I want to go sit with them. That's who I'd like to talk to. They look really interesting. And I decided not to take my bag and I watched carefully because it's like I knew it was his birthday. I did not want to be intrusive, but if they were open to talking, I wanted to approach them. So I just brought my drink over. First, I was going to bring my bag and move over, but then that's kind of awkward if you've made that and then it's clear, no, we don't want to talk to you. So I took my drink over there and I said, hey, do you mind if I join you? Happy birthday. I know it's your birthday. And they said, yes, please. So I came and sat down next to them, and the woman named Josephine said, this has never happened in this country. This feels so much like home. And, they're both from Uganda. And, this is what we do in Uganda. You just come and you sit and you talk with strangers and and so there was this instant connection. And it was so interesting because she said, we saw you coming over, like she's coming over. What's she going to do? And it was immediately we established just a beautiful connection. Because if there's one thing I love, it's, meeting people from different countries. Now, I've been to Africa. I have a lot of African friends here. I do African dance. And so we had a lot in common. And we were sharing stories, adventure stories about travel, about climbing, my climbing Kilimanjaro, being in Tanzania, talking about Rwanda and Uganda. And I ended up staying for 3 hours talking with them. I hope that they'll come to visit me. We also talked about the fact that they're here on student visas, the threat that's involved. My husband's Canadian, so he's also possibly under threat and how hard it is to believe that we are in that place to think about that. But we were able to talk about race, in this country, what it's like to be into this country. So it was just a beautiful conversation. And, maybe we will, we've connected on social media, so I would love to have them come visit. But if that doesn't happen, it's an amazing experience. And so often you get those experiences. I've had those conversations when I'm traveling on a plane, and it's such a gift to share the perspective. And it meant so much to them. She kept saying that, it made me sad that in this country, that had never happened to them before. No one had just come up and, started talking. And I'm obviously a very friendly person, curious and interested in people, which is why I have such a wide variety of friends. It was just a beautiful night. And take that chance, There's always that chance when you have the opportunity to talk with someone that looks interesting to you, that is different from you, I'd say take that chance, because it could make for a lovely evening, a lovely connection. Who knows? Maybe a long-term friendship. So this is Juju, unfiltered, unscripted, unedited. Lead with love and have a fabulous day.